Today in The Sims 4, we're going to be building a massive sorority house for every sign of the Zodiac. This build will end up being in two parts, which I don't normally like to do, but we're still going to be focusing on all of the Zodiac signs here today in this video, and the next one. Let me explain. So today we'll be building the main area for all signs by splitting the building into 4 parts. So to the left, we'll do fire signs, to the right, we can do air signs, and then going upstairs, we'll do water signs, and we'll do earth signs. And then we're gonna attach 3 bedrooms onto each of these. There are 3 signs for every element, 12 altogether. So we're eventually going to be building 12 individual bedrooms to represent each sign. That's what we're gonna be doing in the next video, but today we'll be building all of the common rooms. So all of the kitchens, the bathrooms, the living rooms, all of that will be furnished to represent their element and the zodiac signs that go along with them. This way you guys can have your input on this too. So at the end of the video, let me know what your sign is and how you would decorate your individual room in this house. And I'll take inspiration from the comments as well as my own research. So now that we have an idea of how this sorority house will be laid out, we should probably get going on the exterior. And this is my least favorite way of building in The Sims 4. I find it really hard to do the interior layout first because when you come outside, the build can end up looking very boxy like this. And we don't want that. We need depth. We need dimension. So let's see how we can make this look like not a boring box. So I think what I'm gonna do is bring out a couple of pieces here. I'm gonna turn on my grid using G on my keyboard, and I'm gonna start to add some flooring pieces here and dragging them out so we can make a couple balconies. This is going to be a fairly symmetrical build. So basically anything I do on the left, I'm gonna be bringing over to the right. So I played around a little bit with more flooring and I adjusted my shell a tiny bit. And at the end of doing all of that, this is what it's looking like. I think before I go and roof it, I'm gonna add some fencing because this is not going to be any kind of groundbreaking roofing we have here, and I feel like the details are going to pull us through. So for my balconies, I'm going to be using a Discover University fence. We'll have a front balcony right here, and I'm thinking I'm also going to bring out a little bit of fencing up top, and this is not going to be a functional balcony, it's just going to be for show. And I'm also going to be using Discover University columns here today, so any of the corners and anywhere I see that needs some flooring being held up, that is where I'm going to add my columns. I'm going to be adding the thick trim here from base game, and I'm gonna add that all along the top and middle floors. So it'll be going along the sides here like that, and anywhere that is gonna try and clip to my flooring, like if I just try and add it on there, my game will try and put it in weird places. To avoid that from happening, I'm just gonna be holding shift and adding it to the underneath of the balconies. Then we can go in with a different trim also from base game, and that is gonna connect right onto my balconies there like that. Okay, I think now we can roof it. I'm gonna be going in with a hipped roof, and I'm gonna take it from the left all the way over to the right. We're gonna cover the entire thing. There are very few exceptions to builds where I will literally just cover the whole thing with a couple pieces, but I think it's gonna work out with this type of build. You'll see in the end, I hope. Okay, so far it's looking like that, and then I'm gonna take a gabled roof piece, and I'm just gonna add that on to the front here. I'm gonna lower it down so it's gonna match the angle of that hipped piece that I just put, and then once I'm happy with that, we're just going to bring it all the way into the back. I'm also considering adding a couple over here too, just to add a little something extra, and then I can bring out my balcony to meet those pieces as well. Like we'll add some columns so the roofing has something to hold it up, and I'm gonna add a thicker roof trim up top to my roofing. We're gonna add some stairs at the front, and I think I'm also gonna bring these over to the sides as well. And then on the bottom floor, I'm gonna use a different fence. We're gonna change it up a little bit, just again to add a little bit of dimension here. And next up, we have to add windows and doors. I made this with the tallest wall height possible, literally just so I could use this door here from Discover University. I love that door so much. We're probably gonna be using Discover University windows too. Like I could see these ones matching our aesthetic very well, maybe with a smaller version of that up top. And then this door has a medium wall height. I need a different door. What if we did this one here from Strangerville? Added some windows over to the side, and then for the bottom part here, I'm a big fan of adding archways and putting windows in them. So I love building a little one tile room, literally just for decor purposes, but we're gonna take those archways from my wedding stories, and then I'm gonna add my windows in there so then when we look at them, it's just gonna have that extra added detail, and it's a way that we can reuse the same windows without it looking too repetitive. I added some Discover University doors right there for the balcony, just kind of like going with the floor plan that I'm making at the same time. And in the back here, this is what the build is looking like so far. I think next we need to start to give some color to this build. so I'm gonna try and find some wallpaper. When I think of sorority houses, I think of just like all white, maybe a brick like that one, but I think I want something a little cleaner. What if we tried this one from high school years? Just like all white brick all the way around, but then that is gonna look way too colorless and boring for me. I think we gotta add some brick in there. So I'm actually gonna go in with this one from City Living. I think I'm gonna leave majority of it white still, but at the front, we'll just add a little brick and maybe I'll extend it all the way like that. I'm gonna add some foundation paint. This one is from Horse Ranch. And for the front, I'm gonna go super extra with it. We're going to add marble flooring. I was never in a sorority or anything like that, but where I live, at least like where the schools that I went to in Canada, I don't think they're as intense as they can be in other places. Like, I've heard crazy stories from people in sororities. Like, some of them are so intense that they don't even let you hang out with people from outside your sorority, which is crazy. But at my school, they were super chill. I was, like I said, never in one, but I was friends with people that were in a sorority. And like, you were allowed to go there and hang out. I would go there and drink before going to the bar sometimes. It was just really, really chill. So that's the vibe we're gonna be going for here today. None of that exclusive kind of stuff. Literally every Zodiac sign is included, meaning everyone is included. By the way, I'm just adding some landscaping right now that matches the surrounding area. And speaking of the surrounded area, look how cute this place is. The surrounding houses are pink. Like, this is so Barbie coded and I never noticed. It's giving Elle Woods if she owned her own campus. Maybe I wouldn't have dropped out like 3 times if my campus looked like that. Nah, just kidding. I probably would have. As a little extra something, I want to add a sign up top. And I was thinking about adding this one, but making it more noticeable. So I'm going to raise it up a little bit and I'm going to use these pieces here from high school years, but I'm going to turn them around. So we're only going to be using that block part. Then I'm just going to build a small wall right here, just big enough to fit the sign. And then I'm going to take that sign there and we're just going to shove it into the blocks I made. So it's going to look like that. I also think I want to use some of these here from Discover University. We can add some chimneys up top. So this is what our sorority house is looking like so far. I'm happy with it. I'm really content knowing that our layout on the inside is already taken care of. So we're not going to have to worry about adjusting it or anything. I feel like the landscaping here matches really well with like the rest of what's going on. Like, as one lot here, this is looking very cohesive. And then in the back, it's not done back here. I still want to add a little bit more on the balconies and some more going on in the courtyard area. But I think I'm going to leave that until I finish the whole thing. We'll pull it all together with the outside areas. But for now, this is what our sorority house is looking like. So now we get to go in and start to furnish some of the interior. I don't know where I want to start today. In my creative sim, we started with the fire signs. Maybe we'll start off with the earth signs today. So they're going to be over here to the right. We're going to have 2 bathrooms to the back here, kitchen and dining, and then we're going to do a living room space in the back. So earth signs are known to be smart, disciplined, and practical. They're known to thrive with a good routine, and they can typically be pretty neat and tidy. So I'm going to try and keep this place very organized to the best of my disorganized ability. And earth signs can also love and appreciate material things. They work hard for what they get in life and they want to appreciate it. So for my earth signs, I'm going to be focusing on like expensive, nice things while still keeping it very functional and clean for their day-to-day routines. The earth signs might be a little more focused on their academic life than the others. And although they are very generous and kind, their home space is going to be reserved for getting stuff done and finding comfort after doing so. It's important. You gotta rest. Balance is the key. So for my color scheme, I'm gonna be going for like neutrals, earth tones, and I'm really liking the combination of like this sandy pink color. And we're gonna be mixing in a little bit of gold accents here and there just to showcase a little bit of their luxurious side. So not gonna clutter up the kitchen too much, and all of the appliances I'm using are from the new Home Chef Hustle stuff pack. But what I do wanna add is a cork board. They're gonna use this to keep track of all their upcoming meetings, any accomplishments or things they wanna show on there can go on the cork board. I'm gonna decorate here with these planty pictures from Tiny Living, and I actually think I might download some art today. I haven't done that in a while. So to download art off the gallery, all you need to do is find a gallery page that posts this like non-CC art. You can find it under hashtags like no CC paintings, art, artwork. This is Banshee HVO. This is one of the gallery pages that I frequent for stuff like this. And I'm looking for something planty, and I'm thinking about these cute flower market posters. I'm gonna download a couple of of these. I'm gonna resize them and I'm also going to reframe them. And to do that, I'm just gonna find an in-game picture that I like with a frame that we can manipulate. One that I like to use often is this one from Vampires. You can shrink it all the way down and then just trace around the picture, basically just going all the way around until the whole thing is covered. So then you end up with a super cute picture that won't flag your build as using CC, and you can download it on console as well. I'm gonna decorate in here with a few more plants, and I think the items from the Book Nook kit are really gonna match my aesthetic here. So I've added that one there with some books. We're gonna use this one with a mug and an open book right there. Okay, so far this is what our kitchen and dining are looking like. Fairly clean kitchen going on, lots of room for prep, our dining space over here, and I added a Roomba. They want this place to be super clean, but they don't really want to spend the time doing it. So Roomba. I wish I could have one of those, but I just know my dogs would not be about it. I do know that I want to add a few big bookshelves in here, so I'm using these ones from Discovery University. And over here is where we're gonna have my living room. I'm thinking like a wraparound couch could be nice right there. So I think I'm gonna use these ones here from Dream Home Decorator. I'm gonna try and match that sandy pink that I've been using, and I'm gonna wrap it around going this way like that. We could maybe use some eco lifestyle wall decor there, maybe some Book Nook kit shelves right there as well. And then I want to add a TV, but I don't want to cover this window. What if we added a wall like right here? That way it's just gonna add a little bit of a hallway leading to the balcony, and we can even add to the earthy decor by using these wood beams from Horse Ranch. And then for my TV, I was thinking about using the frame TV from Modern Luxe, and then maybe this way it could function as a conversation area, obviously a TV watching area, a multi-purpose location. And then I still want to add a couple desks here. I added laundry to this shared area. I'm gonna like split it, but I could also use it as an extra study room. We have this super cute desk here with the plants on it from high school years. I'm gonna combine that over there with a chair and a computer. Maybe we get a plant going on there, and maybe we can put the laundry like here in the middle along with a vacuum, and to the side maybe I'll add a desk. Or we get rid of the laundry altogether and this can be like a communal study area, like a quiet one. We could maybe even get some curtains covering the doors here a little bit, just with the idea that if someone did want to study, they could just pull that shut. We can get some candles going in here. It can be really peaceful. Okay, so here is what our earth sign common area looks like. We've got our living area over here with some plant stuff going on. I added this really cute windowsill feature with a couple plants. We've got our reading slash study area over here. And for our shared room back there, I just added another desk. I have some bookshelves there, some more plants, and I'm sure that I'm gonna add desks into each of the rooms anyway. All we need to do now is the 2 bathrooms over here, and I think I'm gonna keep these pretty much the same. Like I'll use the same plumbing appliances, the same toilets here. I think I'll use a Dream Home Decorator sink. We can maybe put up a little bit of shelving here, and I kind of want to add these bookshelves like above the bathtub. Like maybe they're the type to relax by reading in the bathtub. So I'm just gonna add a couple books here like that. Okay, so our bathrooms are complete. This is the right wing done. And next, let's just go right next door to the water signs. So I am a water sign. I'm a Cancer, and I feel like I very much relate to my sign and to water signs in general. Water signs tend to be spiritual, mysterious, and introspective. They thrive in comfort. In order to reset a water sign from stress or burnout or just regular day-to-day awfulness is through the comfort of their own home. They absolutely need those nights in order to refresh, and water signs tend to be very emotionally sensitive. Things that maybe wouldn't bother some of the other signs can take a toll on water signs. So our main area for the water signs is going to be focused a lot on relaxation and comfort. For my color schemes, I'm going to be going for a lot of blues, neutral beige, and this one might end up being just a little bit messier than some of the other ones. I definitely want to lean into the spiritual side of this, so I'm going to be using some decor from Paranormal. I've also added a paranormal shelf right there, and I don't know how I feel about these lights. I normally only put them over beds, but I don't know, something about them today, I feel like they could work. I might add this coffee table from the movie stuff pack. I haven't used this in a while, but I love it. I love the paint on it. Maybe we add a little thing of like tea there, candles. And I think for now, this is going to be my living room. I do still have a whole space over here though. We're going to have the same thing, 2 bathrooms over to this side. So I could put up some bookshelves here, like maybe these ones from Growing Together. And I think over in the corner, I might add an easel. Oh my gosh, wait, the pillows. I need to add more pillow clutter in here. Comfy vibes only. I'm literally stacking them also against the wall. I think I also want to add some of the eco lifestyle paintings. We can just push those against the wall here. And maybe we should get a fish tank. They can have little little community fish tank here. I'm trying to avoid going for an overly like nautical theme. I don't know why, it's just not my favorite. Honestly, I think because my mom's like entire house is decorated like that. And then thinking ahead here, I was trying to figure out what we could put in our communal area here. So instead of putting a desk, our water signs are gonna be like, I have an exam tomorrow. Screw studying. I'm gonna spend the day getting myself in the zone. Catch me over here meditating. I am trying to get out of my own head. I will be in here meditating my way to a B+ at best. Speaking for myself, by the way. So I'm just making a super cute little like yoga / meditation room. That mirror there is giving water to me, and I downloaded some art. These ones again are from Banshee HVO. Honestly, I feel like these two signs here could complement each other. The water signs are over here trying to focus on meditating, relaxing a little bit, and the earth signs are over here studying their little hearts out. Maybe they can help each other out. We got the best of both worlds happening over here. Okay, so there's our relaxation room. We're going to move on to the kitchen, which we're going to add right here. So I think this time I'm going to use this fridge here from Growing Together. I might still use the new counters. I'm trying to get a handle on like the new swatches and everything. I haven't really fully played around with it yet, so let's just do it. Oh, we've got a blue and yellow one. We could try and make that work. So we're again gonna have our sink over here. My oven can go in the middle. I think we can still do maybe just a small island, but we'll have it facing this way, and then over here maybe I'll have room for a dining table. Maybe if I push it like over here in this corner, or we really only need 3 seats. We could do something like that. I really want to add a hutch. I think I'm going to use this one from Paranormal, and I think I'm going to clutter this one up a lot more than I did with the earth signs. Fellow water signs, are you messy? Can I blame that on my Zodiac, or is this strictly a me problem? Okay, so here's the final portion for the water side. We have our dining table over there with all of our clutter. These paintings on the wall reminded me of the beach, and it just seems like such a calm little room. And then over to the kitchen, this is what it looks like. We've got a little bit of clutter going on, a laptop. I added some more clutter going on over to the side here. For the bathrooms in the water side, I again kept them pretty similar. I figured they would probably be pretty similar anyway, with minor differences here. So this is what the washrooms upstairs turned out like. And I think with that, we're ready to go downstairs. I think first I want to do, maybe we do the fire signs. And I think down here I want to go dark. I was going to go red, but I actually think I'm going to paint the walls black. Fire signs are obviously known for their fiery personalities. They're known to be very passionate in their emotions, both positive and negative. They can thrive in leadership roles. They can be energetic and adventurous. They're out here trying to live their lives to the fullest, and a lot of the time that can mean go big or go home. They also have a little bit of that mysterious vibe to them, so I'm trying to go for like a little bit of a darker aesthetic. Maybe we could use these lights here from Moschino and we just dim them a little bit. I actually don't think I'm gonna have an island here. I'm gonna have my dining table right there. And I was thinking about using this rug somewhere. Maybe I'll save that for the living room. This is gonna be like the cool place to hang out. I don't think the two upstairs are gonna be the ones to host the parties. I think those are gonna come from the fire signs and definitely the air signs. It's gonna be like the cool parties. Like everyone wants to be invited to these. Everybody wants to be friends with this house. I do want to bring in a little bit of red, so I'm thinking about using some of these pictures here from City Living, and I'm gonna have to find a way to incorporate the red too. This is gonna be a tricky color scheme to work with. So I think what I'm doing here is adding clutter that fits either the red or the black, and I might also add a little bit of separation here using these from City Living. Oh my gosh, I actually found some of the cutest art from Holy Shmo Wow, another gallery page that I frequent, and it's actually Zodiac art. I'm definitely gonna be using some of these in the bedrooms. And I actually found this picture here, which I think if I style it right, this could look good in here. It's giving off the modern luxe vibes like these, which I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be using as well. Let me see if I can make a cute gallery wall here. Like, I like the look of that, and then maybe I can add some shelving going down that way, and I can definitely make room for a plant right there. I'm like over here trying not to make this look too bold, as if we're not talking about the boldest signs of the Zodiac here. Okay, so after a lot of reorganizing, this is what I've come up with for the fireside kitchen and dining. I really like this area over here, the gallery wall, all of the clutter that I added. I felt like the fire signs could use a little bit of neon in here, and that one is just so fitting. They're the only ones so far with the bar back there. I added a VIP bucket. We've got our kitchen, and I'm really trying to utilize these really tall wall heights, which is another reason why I really like that gallery wall. We still have to do the living area over here, and I need to make sure we have a fireplace. So I think I'm gonna put that right in between these two doors. They'll probably be the only ones with a fireplace too, so they can host all the winter parties. For seating, I want either a black or a brown couch, and I wouldn't mind using the Modern Luxe chairs either. So maybe I can use a couple of these like just facing there, and then in the middle, I wish we got a couch with Modern Luxe. It would have been so perfect. Ooh, the industrial couch does look good right there, but what if we added a little Modern Luxe touch and we add on some of the pillows? They'll have the black and gold. I feel like maybe the pattern on the rug was too much, or are we aiming for too much? I don't know anymore. I'm gonna raise up a TV on the fireplace. I'm gonna use a coffee table there from Vintage Glamour, and then I've added a couple of desks over here, and I laid them out in a bit of a weird way. They're like facing each other. If anyone's gonna be doing homework here, they're gonna be doing it together, and they're gonna make the best of it. They're gonna have fun while they're doing it. Okay, so the fire sign common area is done, and I think this might be my favorite one today. The style in here is so cool. This is exactly what I had in mind when I was picturing the fire signs. There's so much going on in here, but at the same time, it feels put together. I think that fire sign really hit the nail on the head for me. We've got our study area over here, and going up the stairs, I just added some paintings here from Holy Schmobile in the gallery, and I haven't added anything to that front area yet. This is gonna be the shared space between air and fire, so I don't really know yet. I do still have to do a bathroom though, and in here we're gonna go with a very similar theme. It's gonna be dark, a lot of blacks and browns happening. I wouldn't mind having a shower in here. That one there is from Seasons, and we can do our toilet right beside, and maybe our sink right over there as well. I need to find a matching mirror. I might use that one there from Seasons, and this is gonna be a lot on one side, so I'm gonna try not to add too much more over here. Maybe on the other side we'll keep it simple. We can just add a couple robes. I do really want to use this towel here though from Growing Together, and I might just leave it at that. Otherwise it's gonna get way too crammed in here. So the air signs are known to be social, charming, very friendly, and easy to get along with. So I'm building them a massive conversation area. Whenever there are meetings being held among all of the Zodiac, they're gonna get together in this room here. The water signs upstairs decompress by relaxing, maybe having some alone time. These air signs are gonna really find comfort in being around other people. They're loving, they can be romantic, and they can also be eccentric, fun, and creative. So like I said, any of the parties that are gonna be held are gonna be here, but similar to some of the other signs, air signs can also tend to be in their head a lot. They spend a lot of their time overthinking. They can be analytical, and as a result, they can spend a lot of time overthinking, but that can also lead to the enjoyment of having deep conversations, which is going to be perfect for this area. I'm also going to put a TV right over top of these chairs here. You can move them around like if you wanted to have a movie night or something. And instead of just going with the neutral, I don't really see that for these air signs today. I'm going to be going for like a Danish pastel sort of style. So we won't be going too bold with the colors, but I really just wanted to find a way to get these cute cloud shelves to work, as well as these cloud lights here from Eco Lifestyle. I'm using a ton of the pastel pop kit. This kit obviously revolves around a very Danish pastel style, and maybe instead of the all gray that I'm using, we could go with this white brick. Wait, I have an idea. We need to do the horse ranch ceiling. Obviously for the air signs we have to. I think there's a pink one too. Oh my gosh, I love it. We're revolving everything around that. I also added a couple of the base game cloud lights up there, and I just need to add something up here so it's not so empty with the wall height. So for now, this is what the air side is looking like. So many pastels in here. I will never get over that ceiling, and I definitely took a different direction with this than I thought I would, so I'm excited about that. I also decided to give them a super cute bar and drink area right by the door. Of course, this globe here functions as an actual bar from Vintage Glamour. Let's spin around and do the kitchen, and I'm gonna go for the same kind of idea here, just very light pastel items. I'm going to be using these counters here from Dream Home Decorator. Maybe we can wrap the island around this way, and then we can add a couple chairs back there, and we'll do the dining space right here in the middle. And again, it's gonna be big. I'm gonna add a room for people to sit over here at the island. I'm gonna add a big base game table table right here. Again, just trying to add as much seating as possible, and these chairs from high school years are going to be perfect. Now that we've got that, I can go in and add my essentials. So we'll do an oven. I think I'm gonna stick with Dream Home Decorator. My sink can maybe go on this side. We'll do the pastel pop garbage can, and we're gonna add a bunch of laptops out here. They're all doing their homework together. They're holding the study sessions. And I think in the back here, I'm just gonna add a couple of easels, possibly with some instruments around too. So this is what the kitchen area turned out like for the air signs. We've got our super cute dining room. It looks very lived in. I have some art over here on the wall from Holy Schmo Wow. And we've got a little creativity area in the back there as well. And to finish it off, this is what the air sign bathrooms ended up looking like. I again used those cloud shelves for clutter, and I used the cloud mirror over top of the sink, which with the sink involved, it looks like the cloud has a long nose, and I just could not pass up that opportunity. Plus it feels very dreamlike, which is kind of similar to the rest of this house anyway. So this is where we're gonna leave our Zodiac sorority house for now. Let me know which one was your favorite in the comment section down below. And again, make sure you comment your sign and how you would like to see your room decorated in this house. I'll be posting part 2 in a couple days. I'll keep my eyes out for those comments. And if you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.